Welcome to this edition of On the Scene. I'm your host, Tim Kelly. On today's program, we're going to spend a little time at the Suffolk Public Library. We'll talk about Library Made 2016, a very unique initiative they have going on throughout the year. And we'll also highlight the winter reading program, which has just gotten underway. But again, you still have plenty of time to take part. Stay tuned. Welcome back to On the Scene. We're joined now by Megan Mulvey. She's with Suffolk Public Library. She is the Outreach and Program Services Manager. Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
I know it's a little chilly outside, but it's a perfect time to read. What's always a good time to read, of course.
Well, I think so.
But we're talking about the winter reading program.
Yes.
So talk about, which has actually just begun. So again, it's a great time for people to get on board. Yes. Well, let's talk about what the program is and then how they can take part.
Well, Winter Reading Program is an initiative to incentivize reading. So we encourage people of all ages to read, and then we will, through participation in the program, they get the opportunity to win prizes.
Very cool. Now, there's 3 different age divisions, how you have it broken up. And what are the age ranges for those?
So we have a kids program, which is 0 to 11. Okay. So even little babies that are being read to can be a part of the program. Okay. Then we have teens, which is 12 to 17. And then we have adults, 18 and up. Okay.
Now, so again, all you really need, I guess, is to register, correct? And then we'll talk about how you can do that in just a second. And then obviously you want to have a library card.
Well, yes, we love people to have library cards, but you don't have to have one to be a part of the program.
Very good. Okay, so it's a matter of just reporting the books that you've read.
Yes.
Now, is it not only the physical book? What about books online? Because I know the library offers the ability to get those e-books.
Yeah, really any type of reading. Okay. We're not too picky. If you're reading a comic book, a long magazine,
right? Okay.
You know, anything that you read online or in your hand is recordable.
Very good. Okay, so how does someone take part? How do they get registered for this? I know it's pretty easy to do, but talk about the different ways that are out there.
Well, we would always encourage people to come into the library because we love to see all of our patrons.
Right.
But most of this program you can do online. Okay. So you can register online by going to our website. Okay. There's a big banner that says Winter Reading Program, and it'll be hard to miss on our homepage. And that'll send you to a site that gives you information about the program and helps you register. Okay. To register, you really just need to share a couple of contact pieces of information. I don't like to sign up for things because I don't like to share all of my information and do all of that registration. Right. But I just registered yesterday, and it was incredibly painless.
Very good. Want to keep it that way. Keep it that way.
Yes.
Now, the program we noted has already begun, and it runs till when?
Till February 27th.
Okay. Very good. So again, we want to get started. Let's go ahead and get people on board as soon as possible, right?
Oh yeah, because for every 3 books you read, you get entered in to win a drawing. Okay. So if you are an adult and you're reading those big, thick books, you got to get started now.
Yes. Okay. Now the drawing, you have weekly drawings and then a big grand prize, so to speak, at the end. Talk about kind of what type of prizes we're talking about. And you talked about, I think, what it is. You read 3, then you qualify for a ticket or an entry into the weekly drawing, correct?
Sure. So there are actually a lot of opportunities to win in the Winter Reading Program. The first opportunity to win is just when you register. Right. You'll get a registration prize depending on which program you're in. Okay. So for adults, you'll get a cup and a bookmark and a pen. Mm-hmm. Children will get a swag bag.
Very good.
With a water bottle and bookmark and stickers, and I think I picked up the wrong one because there was Play-Doh in the last one. And then for teens, they will get a little bag with a bookmark and where is it? Oh no, here it is. A free coupon to Chick-fil-A.
Very good. Very good. So again, you get the incentive, well, other than reading, which of course is the ultimate incentive, but the fact that you're able to sort of be rewarded right off the bat kind of gets you into the program and gets you encouraged about it. So
well, it encourages people to come into the library too. We want to see them.
Yes.
But yeah, so you get something just for registering, and then for every 3 books that you record, you will get an entry into our weekly prize drawing. Okay. The more books that you read, so if you read 6 books, you'll get 2 entries into the prize drawing.
Got it.
The weekly prize drawings are book bundles. We've got some great books put together for these prizes. And then finally, the grand prize is our Kindle Fire.
Okay.
And each age group will have an opportunity to win the Kindle Fire. So we've got one for kids, teens, and adults.
Very good. Now, with the grand prize, do you have to do anything for that, or just being part of the program?
Just being part of the program. If you've read 3 books,
yes,
you're in it.
Okay. Very good. Very good. Now, again, you talked about the fact that you do not have to have a library card, but certainly we encourage everyone to have one. And the best thing is, of course, they are free.
They are free.
Very easy process to acquire one of those as well, and it gets you access again to all the resources or additional resources that the library offers, which are plentiful.
Indeed, indeed. Yeah, we have some great things online where you wouldn't even have to visit the library. Once you've got your card, you have access to streaming movies, ebooks, audiobooks. You can download magazines and music. I mean, the resources are indeed plentiful.
Yes, and then I think you also have study guides. So if you have a student that's looking to study for the ACT or SAT, or adults that are looking for programs, I think automotive repair and things like that are also there as well. So again, the library card will get you full access to that, right?
It will.
Yes.
Yeah, and once you've got that card, you have access to all of our collections, and you can get reading and be a part of the winter reading program.
And you talked about, certainly library staff would love to see the smiling faces of patrons coming on in to enjoy the resources there. Suffolk Public Library, remind everyone, 3 locations, and those are?
The Morgan Memorial Library, which is right downtown on Washington. We have the North Suffolk Library, which is off of Bennett Creek Park Road. It's kind of a mouthful.
Right.
And then we have our Chuckatuck Library.
Right. Very good. And again, the library card gets you access to any of the 3.
Oh yeah, definitely. And you don't have to even be a resident of Suffolk to get one. You can be a resident of just Virginia or North Carolina.
Very good. Now, I know again the program has just begun, but certainly, have you seen a lot of interest as far as people getting in there? I know certainly people that have participated in the summer reading program and other programs that you've offered throughout the years know this is coming up, but certainly want to reach out there and let people know maybe they haven't participated before. A great way just to kind of maybe get to know your library, get to know library staff, and then also, certainly the love of reading, and the fact that you have the opportunity to win some prizes. I mean, it's just a great opportunity. I keep saying that phrase, but it really is to realize what resources we have here in Suffolk.
Well, definitely. And the winter reading program does sort of keep the momentum going for reading throughout the year, because yes, the summer reading program is our big initiative during the year, but we couldn't help but get involved in the winter reading program. It's just, I think, a great opportunity for people to read together and win some prizes.
And again, the ways to register, you could go to any of the 3 libraries, or you could do it online. And you said on the home page there's a big banner, so you can't miss that. So very good. Very good. Now, if someone wanted more information, should they contact you, or there maybe anyone in particular, or just really reach out to any library and their staff that can assist?
Well, everyone in our library locations is thoughtful and informative, and I think anybody could answer questions about the winter reading program.
Very good. And again, it's already underway at your Suffolk Public Library, runs until February 27th.
Yes.
Very good.
Yes.
Okay, so we want to get on board, get those 3 books read, and then some every week, so you get entered for the weekly drawing, and then again, hopefully you get in there for the Kindle Fire drawing at the end.
Oh my gosh, what a great prize, right?
Indeed, indeed. Again, a great way to warm up the winter, right, with the Kindle Fire.
So. Nicely done.
Very good, thank you. Well, Megan, thanks for being with us today to talk about the winter reading program at Suffolk Public Library. Look forward to it, and again, thank you for sharing the information.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate it. We will have more on the scene when we return. Welcome back to On the Scene. Again, we're talking Suffolk Public Library, specifically a new program that kind of covers the entire 2016 year. And to talk about that program, which is Library Made 2016, we have Alicia Finney, who is the manager of library locations. And Alicia, thanks for being with us.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, so Library Made 2016.
Yes.
What was sort of the impetus behind this idea, and how is it going to work throughout the year?
Well, everyone really knows the library for having books and finding information, things like that. But we really wanted to make 2016 a year where our programs and services focus on creating and making. We found that STEM and STEAM jobs that focus on science, technology, engineering, and math are becoming bigger and bigger these days.
Yes.
And employers are looking for people who actually know how to do these things and have experience with them, have these skills. So we didn't want our citizens to be left behind. We wanted to be a place where people could come and actually have the experience and opportunity to work with these types of materials and these types of things, and in a fun way, so they can learn in a more hands-on and fun way. So that's mostly what Library Made is aiming to do this year.
Well, it's already started, so we're through January, and January's theme was
textiles.
Textiles. So what were some of the things that took place in January, just as an example?
Sure. So textiles, things like yarn, fabric, things like that. We tried to do it in several different ways. We focused on it in our programming. We focused on more of a passive approach. So we have tables set up at all of our locations with different crafts that you can make with yarn mostly. Make pom-poms. We have these little kits that you can take home and make little yarn pom-poms and how to make them. The kids were making yarn wrapped butterflies. We have little pots that were being wrapped with yarn, things like that in January. And so we really tried to focus on that textiles in our passive programs. But then we also use it as an opportunity to partner with the Suffolk Art Gallery in January. We offered some art classes up north. We all know that the Suffolk Art Gallery is doing great things downtown, but they were really looking for a place to have their art classes up north. So our library location at North Suffolk was a great place for that.
Very good.
And they've been really popular, filling up almost immediately for January and February. So I'm sorry if you really wanted to take part in it, but we're hoping to partner with more people in the future based on, if different organizations feel like they could contribute to one of our themes, we'd be happy to partner with anyone.
You never know where it's going to go.
Exactly. It's really exciting, and we can bring whatever they have to offer to our citizens and our patrons.
Well, you mentioned January's done, but we have 11 more months.
Right,
so
exactly.
And every month has a different theme, as you said.
It does,
And again, it's a great way to realize all the different resources that are found with Suffolk Public Library, and that includes certainly the media itself, but you also have all the classes and the offerings and the sessions and things that are offered throughout the year. And like you said, so Library Made is sort of the big theme, but then each month has its own theme, and then within that there's all kind of events and things that are being connected together.
Correct, yeah. So we'll have our programs, we'll have services. We actually are trying to modify some of our collections to be more hands-on. So in January we rolled out knitting and crocheting kits that people can take home. They have the yarn, they have the needles or the hooks, they have a DVD that kind of gets you started with crocheting and knitting, and then whatever you make with the yarn you can keep, which is really fun. And those have flown off the shelves as well. So we're hoping with various different themes we may find opportunities to have other different collections that are more hands-on than just the books that we and other items that you can check out from the library.
Now, can you find these opportunities at all three locations?
You can, yeah, definitely.
All right, so it's not just now. Does each location have sort of the same? I use the word setup, but or is it sort of different per location?
No, we try and make it consistent across all of our locations. So, the tables that are set up with passive programs or the collections that are offered at all of our locations.
But the classes may differ upon location based on where that's. And of course, we'll drive everybody to the website to find out exactly what's kind of going on. Again, would recommend whether you're taking part in the program or not, and certainly encourage that you do, the fact that the website offers those resources, and the fact if you want to know what's going on with Suffolk Public Library, great place to go.
Yes, yeah. We do try and come out with a paper calendar that's about a snapshot of every 3 months. So we have our winter one out that goes through February, but our website is the most up-to-date information, especially if an opportunity comes up after we've already printed the calendars.
A little more fluid.
Exactly. So you can find out exactly what's going on.
Very good. Well, we talked about January, so what's kind of coming up in February? We'll use that again as another example, and February's theme is going to be?
Crafts.
Crafts, okay.
Yes. So we are trying to start more low tech at the beginning, get people kind of started with making and things like that. And then towards the end months, we want to try and bring more high tech things to the citizens of Suffolk, and maybe give them an opportunity to handle things they haven't done before. We have a great 3D printer that we would like to show citizens. So you may not have seen that before, and that'll be a great way for you to kind of play around with things you haven't seen before. So so crafts are March.
Or February.
I'm sorry, February.
Right, okay.
March is gaming. So that's both, tabletop games as well as online and video games. We have April is upcycling, recycling, doing things with recycled materials.
Very good.
May is building and engineering. June, photo and video. July is music. August is carpentry and working with wood, things like that. September is food and drink. October is more tech, so that's where we'll probably roll out the 3D printer kind of programming, things like that.
Got it.
November is writing, and December we'd like to finish off with fine arts. So we're really excited about our lineup and what opportunities that may come up with each one of our themes. With crafts, in fact, we have a bunch of really great things coming up. We have a Moms Making Stuff program coming up on February 16th where moms can craft while our Youth and Family Services team will be kind of watching and entertaining their children during that time. We also have an African American History Month craft festival coming up to kind of highlight that month in February. So we'll have lots of different crafters coming out. We have different times and location for each of our locations for doing that. We have an emoji pillow craft for our teens, which is really neat. We have a really great teen librarian who has come up with some really creative things for this theme and making things like that. And then we have a genealogy and ancestry family tree craft that's coming up. Genealogy and ancestry, people have really been, wanting to know how to look up, the history of their family. We have a lot of great online resources to do that in the library. But we wanted to make this more hands-on and having to do with our crafting theme. So you can actually make, we'll have all the materials so that you can make a family tree, and you just have to bring in your pictures and things like that for of your family. So lots of great things are going on. We also are trying to do an art installation for each one of the themes. So for January, you may have seen at some of our locations, we've done some yarn bombing. I'm not sure if you know what that is.
Not, but I'd like to know.
You actually just wrap yarn around objects in a appealing way. So it's really easy to do, and it's a great way for people to get started.
That's yarn bombing.
Yes, yarn bombing. Yes, I didn't know what it was before this either, so it's really fun. And at our locations, we've wrapped outside like trees and things like that. And then also inside, our teen advisory group helped to wrap some of our shelving and displays and book carts and things like that to kind of bring art into the library in this easy way that people can do on their own.
Good, very good. Now, I think one of the questions I was going to ask, and I think you've already answered it, it sounds like these programs are really for all ages. It's not just tailored to adults, not just to teens, and certainly not just to little kids, but we cover the gamut.
Well, people of all ages learn in different ways.
Of course.
Listening, writing, and by doing. And so we really wanted to make this for everyone. So we do have programs for adults, teens, and kids having to do with the themes so that everyone can really get in on making and creating this year.
Now, again, it's Library Made 2016, and you have a hashtag.
We do have a hashtag. So if you are making any of these crafts or coming in and doing things at the library, tweet using the hashtag, go on Facebook, any of our social media, so that we can see what you're doing and we can be a part of it as well.
Now, do you have to have a library card to participate in the programs?
No, you do not.
Even though we encourage everyone to have one, and we always like to get that out there.
Definitely, yes. But we do want everyone to be involved and be a part of it, so you don't have to have a library card to participate.
But again, we encourage people to have that very valuable tool there.
Please do,
Okay. Anything else you want to say as far as to encourage someone who might be thinking, well, this sounds good, but I'm not sure. But again, we'd reference the website, so you might find a program in there that maybe piques your interest, and you never know where it's going to lead you.
Right, and the ones that we started out with, textiles or crafting, may not be your thing, but everyone loves to eat, so the food and drink month might be fun for you. Or hopefully there's something for everyone throughout the year, so that if one month something doesn't appeal to you, you can participate the next month.
There you go. I get it. And again, reference the website for people to go and check out what's going on at any of the 3 library locations. A great way to find out, again, tap into the resources that are available here in your community. And I want to thank you for being with us today to talk about Library Made 2016. Encourage that hashtag, right?
Yes, please do.
Okay, very good. Well, thank you again.
Thank you so much, Tim.
Appreciate it. Well, that would do it for this edition of On the Scene. I'm your host, Tim Kelly, and we will see you next time.